Hello there, this is Tattoo Jared again. In this episode, I'd like to talk about where the dating gurus and pickup artists go wrong. And where they go wrong is actually not only hurting men, but it's also hurting women as well. And where I'm going to start with this is how they always tell people to always talk to, specifically men, talk to more than one woman at a time. And guess what? It absolutely works. But let's break that down a little bit more here to see what actually can happen. The reason why they say to do this is so that the guys do not become too preoccupied with one woman at a time. Because if that happens and the man is not grounded enough in his own life, he's going to become insecure, needy, probably care too much of what the woman thinks, and the woman's going to lose attraction for him. This is absolutely true. But the correct way to do this is to have a man be so in love with his own life, and to have his mission and his purpose in life first, and then to fill it up with all sorts of other things that make him happy. This way, you become more like a magnet, and you attract the people to your life that are supposed to be attracted to your life. I saw a quote the other day that said, "If you want to attract an angel into your life, you must build a heaven for her, because angels do not live in hell," which is exactly right. We need to build a life that's worth having a great person come into. Because I've done both methods here. I've done the talk to many people at the same time method, and what I noticed is it absolutely works, but it generally only works with the kind of people that I'm not really into. The people I actually really want to be in my life, and the kind I find myself most attracted to, I was not attracting that type of person into my life. That's what I've noticed. So, to take a step back and to build up our own lives, to have that magnet-like effect going on, that's what I think can do so much better. And then let's just say, perchance, you do get a great woman, and then you were filling up the rest of your time with talking to other women, and then all of a sudden you become exclusive. Now, all that other part of your life that you were using by talking to other women is gone. Now what are you going to do? And now the woman is probably going to start seeing you as a different person now because you'll be acting differently. You're not talking to all those other women anymore. And then a woman will eventually, usually, lose attraction, and she'll feel like she's been lied to. What happened to the person I met when I first started talking to you? What happened to that person? The answer is that person was only that person because he was talking to other women. Without those other women, he lost his sense of swag and confidence, which is not good. And so then, in this kind of scenario, a guy ends up unhappy and a woman ends up unhappy. Everyone ends up unhappy. And I'd like to say this also. People who are 24 and younger, I think it's okay for them to be really seeking out this dating game stuff, pickup artist stuff. You're young, you should be experimenting, etc., etc. It's fine. But as we get older, I would really like to ask people, what is their motivation for wanting to learn all this kind of stuff? To learn about dating, to learn how to talk to multiple women at once. And I'm pretty sure, if you were honest with yourselves, the motivation would be some sort of lack in yourself that you're trying to fulfill through people. Now granted, people is the most socially acceptable way to fill a void these days. In fact, it's actually built into the fabric of our society with all of these romantic movies and Disney, etc. However, all of that misses the first point. We must be good with ourselves first. Build a good life. And this is in particular for us men here. We need to have our mission and purpose first. We need to build a life with hobbies and things that someone would like to join us on. This is what it's meant by having a woman, when women say they want a man to sweep them off their feet. The only kind of guy that can do that is a guy who has an awesome life that he's built for himself. And the man comes in there, a woman's attracted to a man like that, and then he sweeps her off her feet and does all these adventurous things together, and it's wonderful. But if part of your most brilliant life was talking to other women, and then all of a sudden, unless you're in some sort of open relationship, you get a woman, you can't do that anymore, what are you bringing that woman into? Not nearly nearly as good as it could have been. So I implore you men out there, and women too for that matter, let's build our own personal heavens. Let's build our life that someone's going to want to journey through life with us on. Seems pretty simple, but it's really hard for a lot of us because I think a lot of our motivations are not quite correct when it comes into relationships and dating. Maybe we just want to have sex. Maybe we're looking for a feeling. Maybe we are just bored. But all of those reasons are the wrong reasons to be entering into a dating relationship and trying to find love. Those are the wrong reasons to get in. The right reasons would be you want to share a life with someone else, but we're already completely happy and content the way things are without somebody else. So that's my rant there on where the dating gurus and pickup artists go wrong. The first step should always be we need to be okay with ourselves and build a great life for ourselves, with or without the opposite sex around. Seems simple, but it's actually kind of hard to do. But that's kind of the journey I'd like to see people go on, including myself. I'm in the middle of that journey right now, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. And I've heard many people tell me before, specifically men, and even women, when they just stopped to work on themselves for a while, stopped worrying about dating, that's when they attracted the best kind of people to their lives, and often their life's partner. So there you have it. That's my thoughts on this issue. Tattoo Jared on Patreon, mellomentoring@gmail.com is my email address, and I'll be curious what other kind of videos people would like to hear about. Thank you.